surprise strike on Pearl Harbor that killed more than 2,400 Americans and propelled the U.S. into World War II. And with supply chain shortages, the Mr. Food Test Kitchen is cooking outside the box this holiday season. We're making fancy, fast catfish fillets. Also, you call and donate, and we do the shopping for you. Plus, we get a little shopping help from our Toy Box sponsors.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
It's Toy Box Tuesday here on the KOAM News at Noon. Your chance to call and help us make a 4-state child's Christmas a little brighter this season. This is KOAM News at Noon. I'm Tanya Bach. For the past 33 years, it's people like you who have helped put a smile on the children across the 4 states by helping us and the KOAM Toy Box. Well, you're looking at our phone banks, a live shot of them manned this afternoon by one of our proud Toy Box sponsors, Bishop and Hayes in Joplin. It's easy to participate today. All you have to do is give us a call at 1-888-620-4TOY. And all you need is your debit or credit card, and we'll do the shopping for you. Once again, the number to call, 1-888-620-4TOY. We'll keep that number at the bottom of your screen. It's an opportunity for all of us to pitch in and make sure every child has a gift this Christmas season. Well, 'tis the season for giving and also the season for colder weather. Nick Kelly is in for Michael Hayslip again today with a first look at the forecast.
I'll tell you what, Tanya, the cloud cover is certainly trying to put a damper on temperatures, although it is certainly fitting, it being December and all. At the very least, we're looking dry from our live shot at 7th and Range line from the east side of Joplin. A lot of cloud cover, sure, but early this morning we were tracking some snow flurries trying to make their way down to the ground, especially in our northern counties. But the problem is all the snow that we were seeing on the radar, it was being picked up at 2 miles up in the atmosphere, about 10,000 feet. The problem is, though, as you work closer to the surface, all that snow was being gobbled up by so much dry air between the snow levels and the surface, so that's why we didn't really see much of that snow make its way down to the ground. But temperatures are warm enough now that if anything tries to come out of the clouds, maybe a couple of sprinkles for the rest of the afternoon. As far as temperatures go, we are finally seeing some lower 40s popping up in our southern and western counties, but around the Joplin metro, we're just about knocking on the door of 40 degrees. When you factor in that southerly breeze, it is trying to help temperatures warm up, but for the time being, it's making it feel like the upper 20s to mid 30s across much of the region. For the rest of the day, we're sitting around 40 degrees right now. So with all the given cloud cover in place, I think the best we can do is 44 degrees this afternoon. Maybe a random flurry as temperatures try to drop back this evening, but this wave will be clearing out. In fact, I think we'll be mostly clear by the time we get Wednesday morning underway. It'll be another cold start at 32 degrees, but as we clear the skies out for the next few days, Tanya, we're going to really warm things up. We'll break down those numbers in the full extended forecast coming up in a bit.
All right, sounds like we got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
All right, thanks, Nick. Well, today is the 80th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. It was December 7th, 1941, when Japan carried out a surprise strike on the U.S. military bases on Oahu. Shortly before 8 a.m., hundreds of airplanes attacked, some of them flying no more than 40 feet above the ground.
The sailors did the best that they could. One man rushed to his station in his pajamas.
They shot me up, but they didn't shoot me down.
Others smashed open the ready boxes to free ammunition, and everywhere sailors craned their necks looking for the source of the seemingly unending stream of planes, bombs, and machine gun fire. When the attack started, Mickey Ganich scaled 60 feet to the crow's nest of the USS Pennsylvania to spot incoming planes.
That's where I was, right up in the battle station, the crow's nest, about 70 feet up in the air.
One of the bombs carved through the Arizona, hitting the gunpowder magazine stored below. In the explosion, the hull of the 31,000-ton vessel rose out of the water, splitting and sinking to the bottom, where more than 900 sailors are permanently buried. Oil from the ship is still leaking, giving the water at the memorial a technicolor sheen. Those who have served on the Arizona and survived the attack can have their ashes interred there. 44 have done so. In all, 21 ships were either sunk or gravely damaged, some listing so badly that they sat sideways in the water.
I went topside. By the time I get topside, the ship was almost ready to capsize.
More than 2,400 United States military and civilians were killed. Around 30 survivors will return today, many of them in their hundreds, recalling the faces of mates who live in their memory as 19 forever.
I survived so I can tell about it. A lot of people cannot. And I fear I'm honoring them by being there and showing my face.
This is likely to be the last major anniversary of their lifetimes.
People walk down the street there and they say thank you for service, and my comment is there, you were worth serving for.
According to the Department of Veterans Affairs, of the 16 million who served in World War II, roughly 240,000 are still living. John Dickerson, CBS News, Pearl Harbor.
Still to come on the KOAM News at noon, it's time to get cooking this holiday season. Why not try something new that everyone will love? We're making fancy, fast catfish fillets in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. But first, we go shopping as we celebrate our 33rd year of the KOAM Toy Box campaign, a toy drive that would not be a success without your help, as we all help those in need for the holidays. We'll be right back after this. Last Tuesday, the staff at Miss Daisy's Home and Decor in Joplin manned our phone lines, helping us to raise more than $4,000. They took some of that money and went on a little shopping spree for the kids. And we sent our photojournalist Ty Parks along to see what they picked out.
Personally, I love Legos. My boys have always loved Legos, and so I just think Legos are fun. Oh, and also, it's just fun to choose something that you would want or you would like to see your kids get.
I love it. We're a local business. We completely believe in local, staying local, and giving back to our community. And this is right up our alley, and I love it.
I think it's really important because I want every child to have a good Christmas. So I feel like this was a great way to be able to do that.
KOAM Toy Box!
All right, if you want to help, once again, here are the particulars. The number to call, 1-888-620-4TOY. Once again, a special thank you to all of you who give each year, and a big thanks to Miss Daisy's Home and Decor for manning the phones last week, and to Bishop and Hayes for manning the phones today. There you can see a live look from our Joplin conference room where Bishop and Hayes is taking phone calls. And we've got a few donations that I'd like to mention right now. Rick and Peggy Bradish from Joplin, they've donated $100. Thank you to them. Lisa Wade from Baxter Springs, she's sending in $25. And Joe Polipek from Franklin, Kansas with a $40 donation. Thank you. And remember, you can call in anytime during this newscast as well as during the KOAM News at 5 and 6. Well, still to come on the KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Not sure what to serve for the holidays? Well, I've got an idea that's a sure catch. It's super easy and always welcome. Join me and I'll share what I'll be serving.
But first, our meteorologist Nick Kelly returns with your complete forecast.
Okay, we are back. We're continuing our Toy Box telethon as we continue on here with the KOAM News at noon. In the meantime, though, we're going to start by breaking down our weather setup right now. This is the latest look at the upper levels. In fact, this is yet another quick upper level wave passing on through. That's why we have so much in the way of cloud cover throughout the course of the day so far. And at the surface, at the very least, there's a frontal boundary. It's not really going to pass through here. Thankfully, though, high pressure that was over Kansas, the state of Kansas the other day, it has shifted over into the Great Lakes just south of Lake Michigan. This is what's finally giving us back that southerly breeze, though. It is trying to help things out with temperatures, but it's been a bit of a struggle, actually, with all the cloud cover that we've seen throughout the course of the day so far. Not to mention, we were tracking some snow returns on the radar. While it did depict some snow 2 miles up into the atmosphere, The problem was we had so much dry air from 2 miles up all the way down to the surface. So the snow certainly tried whatever it could to come on down, but as it did, it was just being gobbled up by all that dry air. So we were lucky if we saw any snow flurries at the very least throughout the course of the morning hours. But now temperatures have warmed enough, not just at the surface, but upstairs too, that if this way is going to try to do anything else throughout the day, maybe a couple of sprinkles. But for the most part, we're looking good from the radar network and even from 7th and Rangeline. Just mostly cloudy skies up top. We are at 39 in Joplin. The southerly breeze at 11 is trying its best to warm things up, but on the other hand, it's making it feel like 32 degrees outside as we continue on throughout the rest of the afternoon. We are seeing some more lower 40s popping up on the board, but around the Joplin Metro, we're seeing mainly temperatures in the upper 30s, between 37 and 39 degrees. And it doesn't help matters either that we're seeing the wind chills making it feel like between 30 and 35 degrees on the average. So if we break down the rest of the day, we've got 40 degrees pretty much right now. We'll top out at 44 for the afternoon, given how much cloud cover there is. Then we're going to see this storm system start to clear out as we go through the rest of the night ahead. What starts as a mostly cloudy evening will turn mostly clear by the time we head toward your Wednesday morning. Still going to be another cold start with lows dropping off to 32. But in general, though, we're going to see this system continue to pass on through. Once again, looking at mainly random sprinkles under otherwise mostly cloudy skies. You can see temperatures mainly in the mid 40s, between 43, 45, maybe a couple of you might try to hit 46 before the day is all said and done. Then we see the clearing skies take hold as we head into tonight. Wednesday morning certainly looks better. We'll have to start in the lower 30s though, but with some more sunshine for tomorrow, you can see how we are eager to bounce back into the 50s. Let's break down the rest of the week though. We look quiet for Thursday. We'll say partly sunny with temperatures pushing into the 60s. Then here comes Friday. This is sticking with Doug's part of the pattern once again. Our next storm system on the way is going to keep the most of the snow chances with the way things are looking to our north and west. But this is going to try to bring a few showers our way for Friday. But you can see what it ultimately does as you roll in the 7-day forecast. We see 58 on Wednesday, 68 Thursday, 73 for Friday. A mild start to the weekend before that next system in the front rolls on through. Once we get on the backside of that, back into the chill. We go to 45 Saturday, 52 on Sunday, and then 57 on Monday. So today is definitely the type of day, Tanya, where you definitely want to stay inside and shop online with our small businesses or donate here through the Toy Box. In fact, we want to thank a couple of donors as well that called into our phone bank as well. We have Judy Meister out of Pittsburgh who donated $20. We thank you, Miss Judy. We have Alexandria Moore out of Joplin. Thank you for your $50 donation. Not to mention Dick and Debbie Smith out of Joplin. $100. That's certainly going to help make plenty of kids happy. And again, you still have got plenty of time to call in. And even if you miss out on this broadcast, like you said, Tanya, we'll be doing this all over again at 5 and 6 this evening. So you still got plenty of opportunity to donate, big or small.
All right, and it's so important helping out. Every donation, no matter what size, helps out kids.
Oh, it helps tremendously.
All right, thank you, Nick. We take this time to honor today's four-state hero, Chief Bosun Mate Harry Kelly in the U.S. Navy. The Kansas native served during World War II. On this day in 1941, though, he was serving in the South Pacific out at sea. In February of 1942, he was captured and became a prisoner of war for 3.5 years. To Chief Bosun Mate Harry Kelly, we thank you, our four-state hero. Well, our phones are ready and waiting for you to call in and donate. A special thank you to Nanette from Frontenac, Kansas, who called in with a $50 donation. Please help us make this Christmas a merry one for every four-state family. The number again to call, 1-888-620-4TOY. Well, if you're tired of the same thing every year for the holidays, let Howard show you how to change it up this year. We're making fancy, fast catfish fillets in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
With the holidays right around the corner, we're starting to think what to serve. Do we go traditional and serve a honey glazed ham or a turkey? Or a bit fancier with a prime rib? And with all the challenges due to the supply chain issues and labor shortages, maybe this year we shake things up with an option that's both bountiful and 5-star worthy. Yes, I'm talking about a fancy favorite that starts with U.S. farm-raised catfish. And let me tell you, it pairs well with any of our holiday classics. And to make it, we start by placing our fillets on a rimmed cookie sheet and seasoning them with onion powder. On top of that goes slices of Swiss cheese and some sliced mushrooms. And for the part that takes us over the top, we combine a can of cream of mushroom soup, a splash of white wine, diced pimentos, and a bit of chopped parsley. Spoon this over our farm fresh fillets before sprinkling on some dry stuffing mix along with a bit of rub sage. Then we drizzle it with melted butter. After it bakes, when the catfish is cooked through and the sauce is bubbling, it's ready to serve. Maybe team it with a roast beef for an easy and budget-friendly surf and turf, or with ham or turkey to fancy things up. To get the recipe for what we call fancy fast catfish fillets, simply visit our website. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, and I know what I'll be adding to this year's holiday lineup. I mean, how can you miss? When it's so easy, looks so impressive, there's nothing else to say except, ooh, it's so good.
I didn't even talk about the health benefits of it. Wow. Well, you can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at our 4-state market prices. You are getting a live look at our call center in Joplin, manned today by one of our sponsors, Bishop and Hayes. This is the 33rd year for the KOAM Toy Box campaign. Every phone call we get, every donation promised will make a difference for a 4-state child this Christmas. Once again, the number to call, 1-888-620-4TOY. And once again, a special thank you to all who give each year. A quick couple of thank yous here. Shirley Dingman from Liberal, Missouri donated $50, and Susie Natalini from Columbus with a $200 donation. You do have a few minutes left to call this newscast, as well as during the KOAM News at 5 and 6. All right.
That's
impressive.
It is. It's amazing to see a $100 donation and just now that $200 donation. That's really going to make a lot of kids happy.
Hey, real quick, one last check of the forecast.
All right, we are staying mostly cloudy for the rest of the day with maybe a random sprinkle or two during the rest of the afternoon. 44, but we'll go into the upper 50s tomorrow and upper 60s for Thursday.
What do we have coming up tonight at 5?
A lot at 5 for starters. 80 years later, we're going to continue to remember those who served at Pearl Harbor. We sit down with the daughter of a World War II veteran who was stationed at Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941. Plus, of course, our Toy Box Tuesday telethon continues. We're going to give you another chance to call in and donate. Let us do the shopping for you. And in search of the perfect gifts for toddlers to teens, we go shopping with our phone bank volunteers from Bishop and Hayes. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's all coming up today on KOAM News at 5.
All right. Thank you for joining us for KOAM News at noon. We'll see you right back here for our next telethon at 5 o'clock.